Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. The sun is up now, but I'm still on my grind, doing what I do for you. Got a nice little lesson for you today, so let's get started. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. And all right thinkers, if you admit right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? So let's get there together. And I'm going to ask you the question. Do you know you? You will when I get through. Yeah, because that's what I do. Okay, I got you. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not definitely don't know themselves. They're foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. Okay, simple. So you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my heart be true. That auto dubbing thing, I am so pissed. Why? I didn't cut it on. I don't know how to cut that thing off. I went through hell with that, and I got some feedback on it. I apologize. That wasn't my fault. I don't like that at all. One bit. Don't dub my voice. Keep it where it is. So I took it off. Hopefully that won't happen no more. I do appreciate letting me know that. I'm listening. What the hell is that? It happened. Okay, and I'm not technically advanced, so I took it as best I could. All right, right thinkers. Now let's get to the area that I'm proficient at. I control the content. We live, right then, let's talk about, we live in a spiritual, spiritual moral war where knowledge is your best weapon. We're in the fight spiritually. Ignorance over knowledge. A lot of us choose ignorance and think they have knowledge. That is the worst kind. That's the number 3. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know. A lot of that going on too. That's why they're dangerous, because they get people to follow them and y'all all going off the cliff. If he going off the cliff, you going behind him, you going off too. Don't blindly follow nobody. Question everything I say. I ain't got a problem with that. Why? Because if you do that, that's fact checking. I ain't got a problem with that. Ain't nothing I tell you that I don't want you to check for yourself. So I ain't not beat for that. But the fight that we have is an ignorance over intelligence. Let's talk about that right quick. So again, my area. All right. The spiritual mortal war. That's Maya and Isfet. Who the hell is Isfet? Isfet represent chaos. Apophis is the master. Isfet is his number 1 man. Just like Tahuti is, Ra is good, and Mayat is his good. They both have adversaries. You got to have opposites, okay, to make anything whole. Good can't be good without bad. Bad can't be good, bad without good. So understand that. Let's move past that. Let's get to understanding. Now, your spiritual immortal war is an internal war, meaning you know right from wrong. The fight for you is what? To do what's right. I did a lot was wrong. A lot was wrong, knowing it was wrong. But guess what? What came with that, when I was doing it, but the consequences of that action taught me a whole lot about life. And you can't tell me nothing about that. Why? I experienced, so I know firsthand. Okay, so let me speak from that experience. That's all I speak from. I don't give you ideas and I give you facts and proof from my experience, from my understanding. That's it. And when it's up to you, the individual, to what? Defeat your what? Ignorance with what? knowledge. Set represents your lower self. We know that. Haru represents your higher self. That's God in the flesh. Christ, Christians call it Christ. Same thing. I didn't beat for what you call it, okay? But just get understanding. As long as you have understanding, your knowledge and your dogma is only good as what you can practice and make of it, manifesting of it. If everybody here, Christian, and we still in a bad state, what that say about your damn faith, your religion? It ain't really doing much. But those who outside the box, they got knowledge and conscience. I have knowledge of self. So I don't need a religion to live and do and be. I pass it on to you. Why? You might get caught up in a religion. I ain't got the power for that. I could care less about that. But if you practice philosophy, you can still have your religion. But what happens, you start getting knowledge. And that the smarter you get, the less religious you become. Did you know that? Again, another proven fact. I ain't just blowing smoke and just trying to brag. No, I'll give you information. But it's so much, I can't give all of it. I try to stick in my little lane and give tidbits here and there. Why? Because I study to do just that, to teach. I'm a teacher. I have to study. So when I'm not teaching, I'm learning. See, I'm a student in life. Okay, spiritual knowledge or spiritual ignorance is our mortal enemy. Having knowledge, lack of knowledge, not knowing, or more dangerous is what? Believing. That belief thing, a lot of y'all in trouble. A lot of y'all, blind faith is believing. How about that? I don't do blind faith. No, I need proof. So I'm going to manifest whatever you tell me, I'm going to practice and see if it works. That's the philosophy. Dogma, you just want me to believe you telling me I ain't that dude. Moving on. So that's why I don't do religions. I have to follow something. No, I ain't got to follow nothing. Give me a philosophy. I can pick and choose what I want. That's more to my likings. But ignorance is the opposite of knowledge. So if you are ignorant of yourself, you're going to make a bunch of bad decisions for yourself. And you got nobody to blame but yourself. Same philosophy. When you know yourself, you live, you do, and be, and who benefit? You. I'm blessed every day. But I'm not running around here praising the Lord acting a fool. I just know if I do what I need to do, something comes with that. That's all. In the same way, when you do sneaky things, meaning the person you're doing it to, whoever you're doing, don't know what your agenda is, and you maneuver and will. You think you're slewed, you fugazi, all that nonsense thing you're getting over. Yeah, you are, but you're being deceitful to somebody, and guess what? You got to be responsible for that action. That's when they say you reap what you sow. Secret, deceitful actions will be acknowledged. That's karma, okay? But when you have knowledge, you can't serve two masters. Either you got knowledge or you don't. You can do or not do. Your choice. But you can't serve two masters. So either you're going to be intelligent, you have knowledge, do right, or you're going to do what you want to do wrong. If your intention is to satisfy yourself, that's just wrong. And you can do that. But there's a price to come with that. Move it. I get hung up on that. All right. But remember, you're in control. You are in control. That's the whole purpose of having what? Knowledge of self. So you can control what you do, say, and how you act. You can't claim to have self-knowledge. You can't claim to know yourself and then act like a damn fool. That's hypocrisy. That's religion. Okay? They'll say one thing and do something totally different. Expect to be forgiven. Stop that. How about that? I got a philosophy again. The husband who goes stay out all night, have his fun, do his little thing. Wifey home, wondering what's wrong. Is he say her, not wearing herself to death? Okay, philosophically. But he come home in the morning with flowers. You take the flowers back, whoever you spent the night with, do what you're doing. Don't come up. That's agenda, okay? So he got to be responsible for his actions. He had his fun at somebody else's expense. That's never good, okay? If you getting something cause somebody else discomfort, that's not good. Do you, don't harm nobody, that's fine. Okay, that's what I said. What you eat don't make me fat. So what you do for you don't got no bearings on me. Understand that. That goes for every aspect. I don't just use philosophy here and there. No, I live by it. Straight across the board. Don't care. I'm not changing, moving on. That's the whole purpose of having it. Not that, well, I pick, I use it now, I use it here, I don't use it. No, it don't work that way. So as I said, you can't claim to be one thing and do something else. That's hypocrisy. And that's religion. I'm just at its best. Spiritual knowledge or spirit with knowledge is the way to what? Win your spiritual war. You got to combat ignorance with knowledge. That's just what that's simple. But if you choose, again, to be ignorant, you get what comes with that. That's the name of the game. When your spirit is enlightened. How? Through living, practicing a philosophy that you can do on a daily basis. Mine just had to be Maya, okay? But you will win if you have even your dogma that you follow. If you follow it, you win there too. I never said it don't work. It just take a little longer. No, but its purpose is the same, to get you to God. I understand that. I can tell you that all the time. Okay. But it's how you do it. Having the means and the wherewithal and not putting in the effort gets nothing. That's like prayer with no works. You can pray to God, oh God, I need it. But if you ain't putting the work in, you can't get nothing. The bank of God means you giving something to him. You what? Giving of yourself to him. You giving, that's the blind faith. You can put it in and you don't have to worry about it. If you put that in, man, Scooby-Doo, rut roll. That's all. Move and understand. That's what you do. Put your knowledge in your spirit. Spirit is God. Now, through daily practice and living, you will win in the end. Why? Because you're going to need that knowledge and understanding and that way of life to pass the test that we all go through at Judgment Day. Spirit without knowledge of self is pure ego. Your spirit is egoistic. Why? Because it's dependent on itself. And it don't know enough to do that. It's going to do whatever it feels when it's like. With lack of knowledge, you're going to make mistakes. We all do. You learn from them. Every life experience, be it good or bad, should be a learning experience. You should learn one way or another, okay? I learned mine the old-fashioned way. Excuse me. And now I practice my philosophy, and that teaches me what? To maintain my spiritual, mental balance in what? All situations. Maintaining my core. I just gave the Stoic concept. All that fits in. It's all mental. It's all mental work that you can perform on yourself and manifest for yourself to know yourself. Don't go outside yourself to get knowledge of self. That makes no sense. And listen to somebody who what? Know themselves. First of all, if somebody tells you something that they ain't done, don't listen to them. They got no proof. They got no experience. They just got a bunch of words that sound good. They put together good orators to make it sound good, all that good stuff. I don't have time for that. You shouldn't either. You should be able to see past that. Every Sunday morning I see them orchestrating it, and y'all like this. In awe of nothing. Now, understand this. When you have mental balance, that means no situations you're going to sway one way or other. You're going to maintain the balance and do what's right. That's not easy to do. That's the proverbial tight walking. I mean, the tightrope walking, yeah. When I was young, I knew if I fell, somebody going to catch me. Physically, he was there. Now I use that same philosophy mentally and spiritually, where it still works for me. Why? Because God got my back in the spirit. Oh, it's even better. Why? Shit. No, I prefer God. Man, not so much. That's why. And if you got spiritual knowledge, you know yourself. That don't make you religious. Religious knowledge don't make you spiritual. Unless it's done to the highest level. And that's the only way, because y'all, medium Christians, y'all don't have a clue. Y'all just talking loud and saying nothing. But understand this, again, we are here, spirit. That's life. That's the gift that God gave us. Life is a gift from God. The spirit, that's God's. He want it back. You can use it while you're here. And guess what? When the physical body run out, so does the spirit. And they got one or two choices. To go home where it come from because you did your job to enlighten it and you good to go. Or reincarnation, somebody else get the spirit. Spirit don't care. The spirit don't care. Moving on. That's the whole point. We got to be individually understand that. Everything you say, think and feel and do only means something to you. I'm teaching, so I'm giving you information. I'm giving you knowledge. I ain't trying to get you all in my world and my life. I'm trying to give you information to help you with yours. Moving on. That's self-mastery, and it's also teaching. And that's what I do here every day for that purpose, so that you can do it. God's gift to you is life. What you do with it is your gift to him. Sound good? I knew that. It's something about that long time ago, and it's always stuck. Now it makes more sense than ever. Okay, see, again, that seed was planted in my mind a long time ago. Now it's full blown. I'm good to go now. All right, watch this. Where we at? Now, okay. When you're enlightened, mean you got spiritual knowledge, spirit and knowledge, you become what? God-like in the flesh. But that was Jesus. Hello? Yeah, that can be you too. He do the same thing he did. Gain knowledge and that knowledge himself. He did the same thing. Look what he cost him. Oh, he died for, no, he didn't. He died because ignorant people didn't like what he was doing, the movement that they still don't like to this day. My man in Africa right now, Burkina Faso, they catching hell just trying to better themselves. What the what? Some things they haven't changed. And long that guy is in power, it won't. Moving on. That's why things have to change. Why? Get him out of power. That's our intent, personally, mine. Now, with self-knowledge, as a group of people, we will what? We will win the spiritual war. And that's the start. That's the start. We got to become spiritually enlightened. We are spiritually ignorant. So we walking there. We just going through the motion. And they know that. They don't mind that. When we start getting conscious, they got a problem. Now they start, oh, them niggas get smart. They're starting to wake up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The inevitable is happening. We're becoming conscious. I'm doing my part. And so, like I said, I'm in the fight, and I'm here punching my ass off every day. Let's go. I'm getting mine in. I ain't getting short-changed. I'm getting all mine. Let's go. Like I say, when it's all said and done, I'm going to have gotten all the juice out of this orange. I just squeezed it dry. Trust me. With self-knowledge, you will be able to win the spiritual war in the end. When you when you reach the level we call nihas, aka spiritual enlightenment, you will have won your spiritual war. And that don't mean life is over. Just mean that you in control. Now you're in the driver's seat. Ain't no better feeling than knowing you got control over you. In any situation you're involved in. I don't change. I don't sway. I stay the same way. That's all. Right thinkers. We are, again, spiritual winners in life. Why? Because we live right. We do what we're supposed to do when we're supposed to do it. That's right thinking philosophy. That can be yours. Why? If that's what you do, call it whatever you want. I'm just calling that because I'm giving it to you. What you get and use it, you can call it whatever you want. I'm a man, American gangster. It ain't Blue Dream once you tamper with it. Okay, and I give it to you, it's right thinking. Once you get it, you call it whatever else you want. That's your right. I ain't tell you, you got to push right thinking. No, you ain't going to do nothing. Learn it, live it, and you'll be fine. That's my philosophy. I give it to anybody. Like I said, I'm giving it away. I ain't charging. All right, let me see this. Now, right thinking, yeah. But the knowledge that I have of self, I had to acquire that. I had to put the work time into to do that. And I feel good about that. And you should too. What? When you do it. Self-gratification comes from self-effort, okay? I'll put my knowledge up against any other brand of knowledge that you got out there. And win. Why? I got what y'all don't. Self-knowledge. Or the other knowledge, yeah, but at Judgment Day, you can be whoever you want. I'm a master of self. I get top billing. Why? I know what I need to know, and my heart would be pure. Why? Because I'm purified by living, doing, and being. If you haven't done that, how do you expect that to happen? It don't just happen. You got to put the work in. And that's what God recognizes, those who put the work in. I just listened to my man, Umar. We're God's chosen people. Stop, religious people. Stop thinking you're chosen because you're religious. No, that don't make you chosen. Being obedient. And another qualification, got to be black. He's a sociologist. He breaks it all down. I ain't got time for that, but he make it make sense and he know what he's talking about, and I agree 100%. Now, his opinion about other stuff about life, don't care. But when he do what he do, he's good at that. A lot of us, right now, I'm good at knowing me. If you take me out of this realm, I'm just as dumb as the next person. Why? Because that's not my area of expertise. All I'm going by is what? My opinion and what I think and feel, not by my experience. I only give you experience stuff. That's what I'm at. So if I got to go outside that, I'm not comfortable there. Why? I like to know what I'm talking about. I like to be where I'm comfortable at. And this is my realm of comfortability. Giving you my opinion and how I feel. If we're talking, yeah. But here, that ain't place for that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I separate that. Trust me. And understand this. Well, I mean, I lost my place. Run up at the mouth. Okay, again. And okay, okay, spiritual, I mean, okay, you in the world. Okay, down here. The knowledge that I have of self. Okay, I did that. I understand this again. I don't compete with other teachers, preachers, or knowledge givers. Gurus, mystics, don't make a difference, sages. I'm one. So I don't compete. I just do. That's why I got the title. Just doing. I don't do that. I told her that. Why? What I'm doing is what they say. Okay, I got a ministry. I don't know about all that. That's what they give you, all this stuff. I don't care about none of that. Understand that, please. So I'm not beeful. Who you call me, what you, man, means nothing. Okay, what? Somewhere it can go on here. Oh, okay, there you go. See? I diverse. Again, you can be that way when you know what you're doing. You can do it any way you want. I can present what I've got to you any way you want it. I try to do just that to make it easy for you to deal with it and digest it and to use it. I ain't trying to trick you or fake you. I'm trying to enlighten you. I tell you that every day. But in life, you're reaching Nihas makes you what? The spiritual winner in your life. Damn what somebody else could care less. You should worry about you. And if you do that, that's fine. Now what? You can help somebody else. But if you ain't got you together, if your life ain't in where it needs to be, shut up and get to working on it. That's all. Stop telling somebody else what to do or what not to do. Why? Because ignorance is of being ignorant of your spiritual self, your higher self, is the way for what? Reincarnation. Guaranteed. Those who are ignorant of who they are, coming back. They ain't learn nothing. So maybe the next go round, they'll get more into other than just possessions and pleasures of the flesh. All those things are what people do, the ego trippers, okay? Had I not stopped doing that, I'd been on that trail of what? Reincarnation. I got off that trail. No, I ain't worried about that. Okay, now, spiritual ignorance is the number one problem. And that is the surefire way to what? That's a guaranteed what? Reincarnation. That means you're living wrong. You can't prosper going the wrong way. You only gonna come back again. Go the other way. Some of us don't realize till what? Till it's over and it's too late then. You got to make that happen before that judgment day. Okay? Because that's what you're gonna be judged by. How'd you live? Ignorance, again, of yourself will never and could never lead you to what? Bliss, hotep, or contentment. Trust me. Why? That's going the wrong way. And that way it will never get you to where you want to go. If you want to reincarnate, keep going that way. That's what's going to happen. But ignorance, again, is the number one enemy of what? In time and space for those in the flesh. We like good things. We like fans. But I don't like being here. This is work. Your spirit shouldn't have to work that hard, but the conscious here is always working. Subconscious, don't take a break. Did you know that? Heart, don't take a break. So it's work. So the physical body had to put the work in. It's going to run out. The spirit that's in the body don't care. But if it goes home, it's happy and content. That's what it's looking for in the physical body, but it don't have no control over that. You do. That's the individual. That's the I that makes you who you are. Ignorance, intelligence, they go swing both ways. Now that door goes both ways. Ignorance, like fear, has what? You had to overcome it. David didn't have fear of Goliath. So he didn't have that, everybody's, man, he big, he that, If fear creeps into your mindset, you're going to have problems. That's why ignorance is meaning overcoming that fear with what? Righteous living, when daily. That's all. I ain't scared of jack. Not physically, it's definitely not mentally or spiritually. So where's the fear? I have none. Overcoming fear. Ignorance, like fear. Look at me. How about this one? This is a better one. Ignorance, like cancer. This might change your mind a little bit. It will kill you with no remorse. It don't give a crap. It could kill that. It's going to destroy you. The self, the ego self, is a man with a hatchet to his head. Self-destruction means they have no understanding of themselves. Ignorance. Again. They can believe what they want. Their actions prove who they are. Again. Right thinker philosophy gives you what? self-knowledge. Again, that's what you need in the end. All that other stuff won't mean nothing. Trust me. Again, you'll be back. But again, let me wrap this, like I said again. I give you what? The weapon that you need, which is what? Self-knowledge. To win what? And defeat the ego self. The ego self ain't gonna give in. No. He's not a nice guy. No. You got to deal with him like that. And stay on, don't give him a break unless you want to. Why? Because he get loose. Like the 75 monkey, he gonna start wreaking, he gonna wreak havoc. Okay? Understand that. He beg and plead until you let him go. And when every time he get up, he gonna do you. All right? The proverbial snake. You know what I was when you started out with me. If it's a snake in the beginning, it's a snake. Deal with it accordingly. Don't assume it's something else. It's a snake. A bad person is a bad person till what? They decide to change. You're not going to change them. See where I'm going with this? I'm a teacher. I teach. I ain't trying to change nobody. I'm just trying to enlighten you so you can make the change for yourself. That's how it's done. Wrapping it up. Your ego self is who's in control of your ignorant self. To obtain self-knowledge, gaining self-knowledge, changing the way you think, the way you do things, that's how you defeat your ego self. Put it in check. Why? Because if it's in control, you're not. Haru need to be in control. That's your higher self. That's the true me and you. You can tell a right thinker. You can tell a Muslim. You can tell a Jew by what? What they wear, how they conduct themselves. Bow tie, straight lace, respectful, that's a Muslim. Correct, right living, talking right, handling yourself, that's the right thinker. That's how I want to be recognized, okay? By what? The way we talk, the way we walk, and how we act when daily. That's it. That's the moniker that I live by. That makes that my way of life. And I'm proud to do that. Experiencing and having an experience of God for yourself only happens. That's only going to happen when what? When you have put the work in to make it happen. He is not going to come to you if you're not doing the things that he think you should be doing. He came to me. I'm like, what? Yeah. So I know that part too. Ain't high head guy. He probably could, man. So trust me. Wrapping it up again with self-knowledge or knowledge of self. You have the weapon that you need to what? Defeat your ignorant self, aka your ego. Knowledge defeats ignorance every time. Light will always be dark. Okay? Dark means ignorance. Light means knowledge. Two different things, but you're gonna go through both from why you can't have one without the other. Like the yin and the yang. Again, hope you enjoyed the lesson. Just want to break it down, give you better clarity, understanding of yourself. So what? You can better serve yourself, be yourself, whatever you call it, however you want to do it. My job to help you do just that. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all there to be 100. Me 100 minus a day. So I've never known that my spiritual right thinkers have passed away. Enjoy your life. Live it right. I do.